Good afternoon and welcome to the Sport Prep Show. My name is Limba Mupetami, and as I promised last week Thursday, we bring you a brand new edition of today's Sport Prep Show. Now, just getting started with the show, let's have a look at today's sport pages. Well, of course, Namibia, they're still chasing a medal at the Tokyo Olympic Games, and going inside the sport rep pages, of course, is just more news on some of the winners at the Olympic Games so far, and just local news with sports fraternities urging people to get vaccinated, and Namibia as well backing the Olympic team as well. Now, going into detail with those stories at the back of today's edition, we have a story, of course, on the Olympic Games, as I've said. Now, Team Namibia is still searching for a medal at the Tokyo Olympic Games. The prestigious Olympic Games kicked off on Friday, and Namibia is still in search of a medal. Now, on Friday, rower Micah Dijkman started off Namibia's participation in the Games when she competed in the heat of the women's single sculls. She took third spot, and this performance put Dijkman through to the quarterfinals. Now, in the quarterfinals, she finished fifth. This means that she is not in the final 12, but she still qualifies to compete in the semi-final for a 13 to 24th ranking. Now, her next competition will be on Thursday. On the other hand, on Saturday, cyclist Tristan de Lange, who made his debut at the Olympics, did not finish the grueling 234 kilometers men's cycling road race. He put in a great performance but fell back to the back of the peloton and was eventually pulled off by the broom wagon with about 122 kilometers to go in the competition. Now, a broom wagon is a vehicle that follows a cycling road race. Now, what they do is they literally just sweep up stragglers who are unable to make it to the finish within the time permitted. Now, I'm just explaining this because on our social media pages, we have had several people asking what the broom wagon is and so forth. So it's basically just a car keeping time behind the cyclist. Now, again on Sunday, we had female cyclist Vera Lusa, who also competed in the women's cycling road race. That, of course, was the 137 kilometers race. Lusa did not finish the race. She started the race off very well, but also fell to the back of the peloton and was picked up by the broom wagon. Now, this morning, we had mountain biker Alex Miller, who came 31st in the men's cross-country race. Michelle Vorster will compete in the women's cross-country race tomorrow, so that is something to look forward to. And also the team of young sprinters, that of course is Beatrice, Masilingi and Mboma, have landed in Tokyo as well. So here are clips of Micah Dijkman of the race, as well as Beatrice Masilingi and Mboma before they went to the Tokyo Olympic Games. They stopped briefly in Frankfurt in Germany and just had some practice sessions. So there's a clip of that, as well as Hilaria Johannes and Thomas Reinhold. Those are our marathoners who are still to compete at the Olympic Games. So here are these clips. Have a look.
This is the conditions currently here. They are expecting a typhoon coming through, but it seems like we're not going to have the whole of it here. It's just like the end of the typhoon will reach us. So you can see it's misty and the flags are blowing, a bit of wind. So yes, that is also a new one for me and the first one for me. I'll keep you updated. They are saying later today, in the next 2 or 3 hours, it'll pass.
Now on to boxing news. Namibia's Nathaniel Nati Kakololo from Salute Boxing Academy lost the 10-round non-title fight last week against Andrianik Grigor in Russia. Despite the loss, Nati thanked everyone and said that this is the beginning of his boxing journey. A very, very determined boxer indeed. And I'm just hoping that he can get a chance to fight rather at home as well. And the city of Windhoek Mayor Job Amupanda said that the Sam Nujoma Stadium possesses a serious public safety risk. Amupanda used his Twitter account to state that the 10,000-seater Sam Nujoma Stadium has seriously dangerous cracks that possess a serious public safety risk. He added that the departments are discussing the matter as structural engineers need to look at it first and that they are in touch with the Namibia Football Association. Now, Amupanda with his team of experts inspected the Sam Nujoma Stadium in April this year after CAF blacklisted the facility, saying structural shortcomings made it unfit to host international football matches and thus fined about $85,000. They fined NFA about $85,000 for staging the Africa Cup of Nations qualifier match against Guinea at the prohibited arena. Now, from the inspection, it was revealed that the roof above the VIP seating needs to be extended. The dressing rooms are in poor condition and outdated as well. Individual seats are a requirement in the whole stadium, not only in the VIP area. Now, the stadium also requires sufficient sanitary facilities for spectators, and the inspection further revealed that the artificial turf should be replaced as a matter of urgency. And the overall pitch condition improved and the surface leveled, greened and marked clearly in white, and that issues with the drainage system should also be attended to. Now, as it stands, Namibia will have to play its home matches abroad until such a time that the Sam Nujoma Stadium is brought to that level. They have a venue that satisfies FIFA standards as well. The mayor and his team are also busy at the moment revamping football fields in informal settlements in Windhoek. He said for the first time in 30 years, there are more than 10 football fields across informal settlements which they have identified and have started preparing. And the work is funded by the city as well. For the youth of Windhoek, things will never be the same, Amupanda has said. Now, this is just a short clip that we are going to show you now of the mayor inspecting the stadium, and that, of course, was in April. So have a look at this as well.
I will come there. Let's get the microphone.
Yeah, it's an indication. Did we do an assessment? We bring in threshold and we have to just assessment.
The memo was written. That time there wasn't a structural explanation. But then from a naked eye,
An explanation.
Welcome back from that sleep, brother. Now, the Rumble in Dar boxing tournament featuring Namibia's Julius Blue Machine Indongo and Tanzania's Hassan Kenya has been postponed. Now, the fight was scheduled for the 30th of July, but according to Scott Farrell, that of course is Emmanuel AC Eames Moses' partner, this has to wait as there are concerns regarding the COVID-19 third wave. And of course, Blue Machine has been seen, training extensively for this fight. So hoping to see him back in action very soon when things become a little bit better with COVID-19 at this moment in time. Now, the National Paralympic Team Coach, the Secretary General, that is of course Michael Hamukwaya, says that local Paralympic athletes decided to get vaccinated against COVID-19 to avoid death, hospitalization, or competing for oxygen, which has been in short supply due to the deadly pandemic that of course is COVID-19. Now, Hamukaya made these remarks on Friday after the team got their first Sinopharm jab in Windhoek. He said that the team has realized that the virus has hit the country very hard and brought the sport fraternity to its knees in the absence of contact sports. This, Hamukwaya said, has caused havoc in many households, and as such, athletes with significant following can act as ambassadors and help the government in spreading the message and encouraging people to get vaccinated. I totally agree with Hamukwaya. I think a lot of people should at this moment think about most probably getting the vaccine and just limiting their chances of anything bad happening to them. Now, also Namibia Desert Diamonds donated close to $600,000 to the Namibia National Olympic team representing the country at the moment in Tokyo. Now, Namibia will be being represented in 5 sports codes, which are swimming, boxing, athletics, cycling, and mountain bike races, as well as in rowing as well. And also Athletics Namibia has announced a team of 6 athletes who will represent Namibia at the World Athletics Under-20 Championships scheduled for August in Nairobi, Kenya. The competition will start around the 17th till the 22nd of August. The championship for the sport of athletics is contested by athletes in the under-20 athletics age category in the year of competition. Now we have 5 athletes, 5 females and rather 1 male, 6 athletes who will compete in the 100, the 200 meters and the relay as well, the female relay. The athletes who will represent the country include Beatrice Masilingi and Christine Mboma. Masilingi will compete in the 100 meters, the 200 meters, as well as the relay, whereas Mboma will compete in the 200 and the 200 meters and the relay as well. And Elvis Gassab, who is the male representing Namibia, will compete in the 100 meters race. Now, Ndawana Heitumbo, Karine Westison, and Nati Vas will also form part of the relay team for Namibia. Now with that, let's just take a short break, and then when we get back, a little bit of international news for you.
We were born for this moment. For every rise, every fall, to make the impossible possible. To create moments that inspire and live the thrill of excellence.
On the grandest stage of all.
Forget the past, for the future awaits. This is that moment we've all been waiting for pride, for country, for you.
Brilliant performance that was.
The Olympic Games Tokyo 2020. It's go time on GoTV. Love it.
Yes, now, if there was one aspect in the Springboks lost The test that they played on Saturday against the British and Irish Lions, it was the aerial game which actually made them lose their match. From kick receipts to box kicks, and especially in the second half, the Boks were their own worst enemies in a department that they're normally exceptionally good in. Now, in the second half alone, as the game was slipping away from them, they didn't field one ball from an up and under, and on several occasions knocked the ball on and gave a significant advantage to the visitors. Now, the mistakes were costly as it shifted the momentum and ultimately gave the Lions the chance to just cut back on the Boks lead. Now, just through the try they scored off the rolling maul, but also through penalties that they picked up when the Boks were under pressure. I think at this moment, the test lost for the Boks is not sitting very well with them indeed. But of course, I still believe in the Springboks. I believe that they have what it takes, hence the fact that they are currently the champions of the World Cup as well. So I think they shouldn't put too much pressure on themselves and just, look forward to other test matches and then just show us what they still have. Now, Manchester United's manager, Ole, signed a new 3-year contract. The club has announced. Ole has signed a 3-year deal. The club has announced on Saturday the Norwegian, who took over from Jose Mourinho in 2018, will stay at Old Trafford until at least 2024, with the option of an extra year. Now, I'm not really sure at this moment what a lot of local Manchester United fans think about this contract extension. Now, if you're watching the show, if you're a United fan, please, write to us and let us know what you guys think about his extension. I know for quite a while the club was struggling, but towards the end of the season they picked up quite well. I think at this moment Ole is building a team full of character at Man United at this moment in time. Now, while we're still on the talks of Man United, their midfielder, that of course is Paul Pogba, there's uncertainty as to whether he will be signing a new contract with the club as well, with speculation over the Frenchman's future at the Premier League club. Now, Pogba has won the World Cup with France and has frequently been linked with a move away from Old Trafford after joining the club from Juventus in 2016 for close to about 89 million euros, I think. Now, the British media reports that the League One club Paris Saint-Germain are interested in signing Pogba. So that is one thing to look forward to. Rather find out whether he will be staying at United or whether he will make his move to Saint-Germain. Now, with that, we've come to the end of today's show. Again, we will have another show, a fresh edition, coming up again on Thursday, bringing you just highlights of what you can expect over the weekend, and of course looking at the Olympic team as well, currently in Japan, and so much more. So please do catch that again on Thursday. And that is all from me, Limba Mupetami. See you.